How fantastic was this film? Or was it just another Marvel flop? Let's talk about it. Hi, welcome back to another episode of Andrew's Movie Reviews. Finally had a movie to watch because it's been a while since anything good came out. So we watched Fantastic Four. I went with my friend, so that's why I said we. So again, we'll do our 1 minute movie review and then we'll talk about the rest of the movie. So here is the 1 minute review. Skip to this time if I remember to do it to watch the full review. Welcome back to another episode of Andrew's Movie Reviews. Today we watched Fantastic Four, the newest Marvel movie. Now, to start, I think this movie definitely did live up to the fantastic name. It's a good, solid film. I don't think I liked it more than Thunderbolts, but if you were to say it's better than Thunderbolts, I don't think you'd be necessarily wrong. Obviously, it's your opinion, but it's a good film. It felt like, you know, when there was like that time period, obviously you do, but like that time period where like there was Marvel movies out all the time and they were all like solid. If you were to like release this film into that time period, it would fit in nicely, if that makes sense, by like Marvel quality standards. Nothing really bad in this film. There was some, like, I don't know how to explain this without spoiling, but like the timeline kind of confused me. Like I got lost in the timeline. Like how, like this thing happened, like how long has it been since that thing happened, and blah, 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 if that makes sense. But I'm sure I'm just an idiot. But everything was good. I mean, the acting was good. I like this actor a lot from The Bear. I forgot his name, but the Thing's actor. There were some times where he's a really good actor, but there were some times where it was kind of eh. And I think it's because of the animation on The Thing. I didn't love it. Like they tried making him be expressive, and it's fine, but it wasn't great, right? But everything else acting-wise was good. Wasn't crazy, wasn't amazing. I think, like I said, Thunderbolts had better acting by far, but it was still good, right? The visual effects were really good. I feel like near the end of the movie, they kind of fell off a little bit, and I think it's probably because of like a time crunch they had or something, but it was still really good. Like the beginning looked really good. The music, eventually, after watching the trailer like a billion times, I got sick of that epic Fantastic Four theme. It's still good, but I got sick of it a little bit. Also, speaking of trailer, I feel like the trailer does kind of spoil a little bit the story. So if there's a way for you to watch this without watching the trailer, definitely do it. But overall, I think it's a good film. I don't think I'd rewatch it, but I would recommend it. I don't want to spoil anything, but it does lead into the new Avengers film. So if you want to watch a new Avengers film, probably watch this. I would spend money to watch it if you want to. But yeah, overall, it's not better than Thunderbolts in my opinion. So I'd probably give it like an 8.2, 8.3. I'll have to see how it holds up in my letterbox, but I'll post that here. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. What'd you think of the film? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it? And as always, have a fantastic rest of your day. Goodbye. Okay, so that was kind of my 1 minute review. And by 1 minute review, I mean like less than 3 minutes. So let's exacerbate. No, that's not the word. Let's dive into, what's the word? It's like, whatever. I'm not good at vocabulary right now. I'm tired. I'm sorry. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning almost. But let's dive into the film a little bit more, right? So let's start with the acting. I like Pedro Pascal. I think he's cool. But I feel like for this film, let's put it this way. I've seen better films with him in it and TV shows like Narcos. Like he does a fine job. Like he's cool. It's just like, I feel like these characters are so, I don't even know how to describe it. I just feel like they were so one-dimensional, but not like in a horrible way. Like, I just feel like there wasn't that much character growth in the film. It's like their characters start off as really good and stay really good, but there's like no room for growth. Like, I don't feel like they grew at all, if that makes sense. If you watch the film, let me know. But yeah, it was still good. I mean, Vanessa Kirby, I hope that's her name. If not, roast me now. She was good too. I think she's probably the best performance. I actually liked Johnny's character. I have no idea who he is, the actor. But him and the Thing, they had some good chemistry. Like they definitely looked like best friend. And that was pretty good. Herbie the robot was pretty cute. It did kind of feel like, in a weird way, this is kind of off topic, but it felt like the Incredibles. I almost said the Invincibles. The Incredibles. It kind of gave me Incredibles vibes. Just kind of like the family dynamic, the 60s setting, the superhero stuff. They had the fucking mole man from Incredibles. Fucking, what was his name? The Underminer. It really gave me Incredibles vibes. I don't know why. Visual effects, like I said, there's really good moments. Like, I loved the use of light in some scenes where, like, it gets really dark, or, like, reflections of light. If you watch the film, you'll get it. But I feel like at some points near the end of the film, like there were some really ugly, quick green screen shots, especially with Pedro Pascal. I think the worst CGI involved Pedro Pascal, a little bit of Sue Storm, but mostly Reed Richards, Pedro Pascal. But nothing offensive, right? Nothing like took me out of the film. But yeah, I guess there's also some points where Galactus looked kind of shitty, but again, just minuscule moments, nothing offensive, nothing crazy. I guess let's talk about spoilers real quick, just because I want to talk about the timeline. Spoiler alert, if you haven't watched the film, watch it now. But the thing that confused me about this film, right, is like they had so many gadgets, and like part of me is just thinking like, how did they have time to do all of this, right? Like they're superheroes, so I'm assuming they're constantly busy because they don't have like a regular Marvel world like amount of superheroes. It's just them, right? So I feel like they're gonna be constantly used. So how do they have time to invent a fucking space shuttle, a faster than light fucking space time warp gate, and like anything? Like, how the fuck does he have time to fight crime? How the fuck does he have time to be like a family dinner guy? How does he have time to be a fucking husband? Like, how does he have all this time to do all this fucking stuff? And not just him, like everybody. You know what I mean? Like, do they build the stuff themselves? Like, how do they like build that rocket themselves? How did they launch that rocket into space? How the fuck did he build that fucking baby container? Like, how long did it take for the world to build those portals? Like, I feel like it never really expressed a timeline, and I don't know how like long things were to take. Like, how long did it take for Galactus to get to Earth? Because I feel like, I know it said like at some point it took 36 hours and like they were on their way building, but like I don't think it ever told us how long it took to build everything. Was it a week? Was it like a month? Was it probably not a year, but like, was it a month? Was it a couple months? I feel like maybe I missed it, but like I wish it kind of gave me a sense of time, and I kind of wish it took some more time to explain how the flying fuck they have all this shit and who the fuck is building it. You know what I mean? Like, do they have workers at the Fantastic Four building? Do they hire people? Is this completely unnecessary thought processes? Yes, but I just kind of wish there was some explanation, you know what I mean? I don't know, maybe that's just me. But yeah, that didn't really, it didn't take me out. It didn't like ruin the film for me. It just kind of confused me. Yeah. There are some points of the plot that were kind of predictable, like when the Silver Surfer came back to like launch him back after like Johnny had like the I know your language now and you should try to stop him. And she's like, no, I can't stop him. And then like when Johnny flew towards the Galactus, like push him in the portal, 100% I was like, yeah, she's gonna come in and stop him and then push him in himself. And exactly that's what fucking happened. Is the Silver Surfer bitch pushed him into the fucking portal. Another thing that made no sense to me, right? So the egg portal, right, the experiment, there's two portals. There's the first portal and then there's the second portal, right? But for this one, maybe I'll answer my own question by speaking this. But when they want to spend, first of all, I guess both ways, but when they want to send a planet to another place and they want to send Galactus to another place, do they not need a second portal? Because my assumption is they have two portals for the egg because they want to go there and back, right? So does that mean they don't need a there and back? They don't need like a place to make the energy go? You know what I mean? Because if you need two portals to transport the egg, why don't you need two portals to transport the Earth and the Galactus? And if you do need two, how the fuck did they send a fucking another one to the edge of the universe? You know what I mean? So I feel like sometimes the rules of this universe didn't make sense. But yeah, I mean, again, maybe it's just me being a pessimistic fucking piece of shit. But yeah, I don't know. There was weird things. It didn't hurt the film, like I said. It's just things that like, I was like, what? What? It just didn't make sense to me. But overall, like I said, it's a good to solid film. I wouldn't call it great. It was a good to solid film. One of the better Marvel movies of recent compared to like Thunderbolts, even though this is going to make a butt ton more than fucking Thunderbolts, which pisses me off because Thunderbolts was so good. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I'm just going to ramble about stupid shit the whole time. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, let me know if you liked it. If you watched it, I would recommend you watch it in theaters if you want. But if you want to wait till Disney Plus, it's not going to hurt anything. I'm pretty sure next is going to be Spider-Man for Marvel, and then it's going to be Avengers, I think, was what the schedule I saw said. For me, I think I'm going to watch Naked Gun next week. Now, I haven't actually watched any Naked Gun films. I watched one a little bit. I didn't even like it that much, but I'll probably try it again for during the next week. But Airplane, which is similar, is one of my favorite movies of all time. So that's why I'm low-key looking forward to Naked Gun. But we'll see how PG humor is for 80s humor movies, if that makes sense, or 80s comedy movies. But yeah, that's pretty much it. How did you like a Fantastic Four? If not, why? If yes, why? And yeah, have a fantastic rest of your day. And as always, go watch some movies. I always say that because when I end videos from my Padres Digest channel, I always say go Padres, but that doesn't really apply for movie reviews. So whatever, go watch some movies. Goodbye.